Gamer, and I'm here still with Kitty Futaba, and we might be playing Sherlock Holmes: Crime and Punishment. We did pick it up at Mega Replay, which is a vintage retail store. Hopefully, it's one of those. We picked it up at a vintage. It's like a vintage retail store that sells old games and stuff that you might not have heard of.
New ones too.
Well, and new ones. You can pre-order stuff from them.
It's like GameStop.
It's GameStop thinking put together. We picked this up because as you know, my viewers know, I did play Sherlock Holmes and the Devil's Daughter a couple weeks back, and we loved it. Yeah, good idea. Yeah. So when we went there today, I went there for a personal reason. I was trying to find the first Mass Effect game. If they come out with a remix with Mass Effect, or not a remix, I don't either. I like the one better. Yeah, this one takes place before Devil's Daughter.
2012.
12. Yeah. If there's a Mass Effect remake for the trilogy, I'll play it. I'll stream it, but if not, I'm just playing it on my PS3 because I enjoyed it. But we have this. We also picked up Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5 remixes. Let me know if you want to see that. We might stream it. We might not. Who knows? She has 3, by the way, if you want, and I may pick up 3. I started to stream with 3. Didn't seem, but then I got busy playing it myself because reasons. And we're just gonna start the game. And hopefully it works. Can't read that. I didn't put on in memory of Ukrainian Heavenly 100. I didn't put on subtitles. I just realized. Pausing it skips it, babe. Sorry that I skipped the first scene, guys. I tried to put on subtitles.
The Fate of Black
Pete. Oh, some pirate.
Peter.
I'm saying Pete. It's Peter, guys. I can read, but
I don't know. Many might need glasses.
But I might need glasses.
We can't realize that.
Yeah, we did. Deduction face icon appears each time you find it. Including that happened in the last one. I assume this game plays a lot like the last one. I hope it plays like the other one. We will see. It is spooky season. Or it's about to be spooky season. So Mountain Dew has the Voodoo back out. And me and Tiffany picked one up today, and it tastes like cotton candy. So, I don't know if all of them taste like cotton candy, but this one tastes like cotton candy. It's not sponsored. It's just pointing it out. But it tastes a lot like candy, so that's what we assume this one is, cotton candy.
I'm pretty sure they all the same flavor. It just depends on your palate. Which we eat a lot of sweets, so we taste like cotton candy.
Maybe.
Because I doubt they made a whole bunch of different flavors to put in each different bottle. Like, that's too much work, even for them.
Ooh, is that what he looks like? Is that Watson?
No, that's Sherlock.
Oh, no, that's Watson. That's gotta be Watson. That's Sherlock.
Oh.
That was Watson. Oh God, Watson looks gross.
Holmes.
Oh, the subtitles are automatically on. Oh, I'm playing as Watson.
Holmes, will you stop that? You are utterly mad.
He's just randomly shooting.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Here, give me the-
Stop, Holmes.
Ugh.
I don't
Is
like
that
the way he
you,
looks.
Watson? Yes, of course it is. And you almost killed me.
I like the way he looked in the other one.
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases.
Blindfolded.
Watson, quiet, please. I'm trying to concentrate.
Confident step. Clicking handcuffs.
Clinking.
Blinking. Policeman. Nice step avoided. Inspector Lestrade. Same with
Lestrade. What is it
same
this
inspector.
time?
He can see me. Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. A gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
A sailor.
So this takes place before the Devil's Daughter, like what you mentioned. You can tell. Because I did
Oh,
mention...
Mr. Holmes, how could you?
Who is that?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
Seems like it,
I
Watson.
suppose that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The merry men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
Okay, Watson.
I shall go alone then.
Yeah, I can go to Woodman Lee if I wanted to. Check out my task I have. Evidence. I just have Black. So Black Peter right now. If I remember which one correctly.
This is where I keep my post.
That's Watson's room.
No, he stopped singing.
This is. Can I make him look a little bit better? Makeup and hair. I can go with top hat. I'll go with fedora. I like fedora.
It's not a fedora. That's a
Bowler hat. Like his facial hair doesn't help. Guess I'll keep him baby face. Oh, I don't have the bowler hat unlocked. I could choose a suit. Apparently.
You got a lot of suits.
He has a lot of suits. I'll go casual. Should go to Woodsman Lee. Now he's smoking a pipe. The last one he'd smoke a pipe and read the book about parenting. Because he had Kate with him. Oh, I wonder if this game will take down her father.
Spoilers alert.
They watched my other stream.
What if they didn't?
Then go watch it. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, he is singing.
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
I've been on this game for 2 months.
Yeah.
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
So the garden's been well maintained. Looks like. Haha. Footprints.
These footprints appear to be quite large.
More evidence. What's wrong with the detective?
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Time to build the profile again. British necklace. That's a phone call. I do apologize.
Hello?
Hold on, guys.
Madam, can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
Can you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually, whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning, at around 7 o'clock, I noticed the cabin door was open, but I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. At around 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. We lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
The garden is very large and well-maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes. Life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh, my goodness, but how do you know about that?
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young. That much is evident from the rosary in your hand. The shortest route for the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth. I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
Thank you, madam. The door is locked.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter the cabin and tamper with the evidence.
Ah, good thinking.
Hello, hello, hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me see. These scratches are fresh. You're right. Someone tried to force open the door.
I swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
Our mysterious visitor came here last night.
Well, he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
Perhaps he did not have the right tool.
Who could do such a thing? My poor husband.
What a terrible way to die. This place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf. An object was taken from here. It was larger than a book. A box or a small chest, perhaps. The tooth of a sperm whale, probably from one of Peter Carey's catches. Peter Carey's boots. They look to be a size 8. These boots don't match the footprints.
Have you finished inspecting the crime scene?
Your husband's private papers. Do you know where they are?
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be somewhere in his cabin.
Thank you, madam. Old navigation instruments, nothing interesting.
Sorry about that, guys. Complications popped up.
I had to be a therapist for a second.
Yeah.
Someone called me and needed me to be a therapist to listen to their problems. It's fine though.
It's
Got
fine.
it all handled. I'm just not paying attention to the screen and I'm shook.
You haven't been paying attention to this?
To 1884.
No, that's Peter.
Carey was her captain.
Mom did it.
Yeah, Mom did do it. So I found footprints in the garden. They are not size. They are no. The garden's been well maintained. It's not. The cabbages are fine. He actually has cabbages out here. He has them. Up. Yeah, he has cabbages right here. These footprints over there that are not size 8 because his boots did not fit him.
He's looking real close at him, like these footprints.
There was something on the shelf that is no longer here, and I haven't. And there was I found his boots in there. That's how I learned that they didn't fit him. They didn't fit the footprints outside, so there was someone else here on the night of the murder.
Someone drank from this glass recently.
2 glasses, meaning there's 2 people. Whatever this is.
Tobacco pouch.
Oh, PC.
The initials PC have been
Probably his.
brutally burned.
His name was Peter
Sailor's
something,
mark.
right? Hold on. I can't right now, so I have to open it.
Hello? Hold it down. Hello? Yeah.
Back.
This aroma is familiar, but to recognize it, I must construct my associations in one picture.
Oh, I like these.
You want to do it? Because you're better at these than I am.
Make it into a picture.
It's obviously of some boat. We can skip it if we have to, but I doubt you want to.
I'm not skipping it.
I know you don't. You can move the tobacco leaf. You can move it into position. You moved it away from the boat. You might need it to move back towards the boat, babe.
I know I did. But it's not going to sit there hard. Angles are hard, man.
Yeah.
I can't move it like up.
You can't move it up. That's pretty bad. Oh. Oh. Yeah, now you gotta move the tobacco pipe, probably.
I can only move it up and down.
Yeah, do you know where it would go?
I can't move it over. This would... If I could move it up, it'd be easier, but I can't.
Yeah.
I want to move it up.
Almost.
It's not close enough, man. I can tell it's a ship.
I can tell it's a boat. It's a sailboat.
It looks like a boat. Look, it's fine.
It's clearly a sailboat.
It's that. It's this.
No. No.
What else am I supposed to do? I completed the picture just like this. It all lines up.
You gotta move the leaf, it looks like.
Yes. This is a coarse tobacco, quite strong and very popular among sailors.
Okay, so...
Rum, a sailor's drink. It seemed that Captain Carey was enjoying a drink.
Carey, Peter
before
Carey
he
was his
met
name.
his death.
Time to examine the body.
The weapon fully penetrated the body. The force of the blow was immense. This man is in his 50s, yet he still looks quite strong. Peter Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible that he knew his murderer.
Dad?
This wooden handle is plain and solid.
The blade itself.
This blood is from the pool underneath the dead body. Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this knife, but he did not succeed.
Well, yeah, that short knife and that long pole.
JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook.
Stop it.
The pattern of the blood stain indicates that the notebook was not lying on the floor prior to the crime, but it was dropped into the pool of blood after the death of Peter Carey.
Cute. Not open.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
These abbreviations mean something, but what?
Names and numbers, it seems like. Ooh, deduction time.
I think it's more on the notebook and breaking attempts.
You're right.
Ooh, you can see an outline of the bubble.
Test, make numbers. Repeated.
Someone was here yesterday. They attempted to force the door to gain entry.
Organize it.
Boo. Does anything else coincide? No.
It seems that the garden... Hammerfest. Dundee. It's a whaling map.
What happens up on the whale?
Yeah, he was a whaler.
Well, Mr. Holmes, what do you think?
I think that we are lucky.
And why is that?
Because of last night's attempted break-in.
Oh, you've lost me.
It is very probable that whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade, but they failed. What will they do? Why, return tonight, when they will be better prepared.
Aha! So what do you propose?
An ambush.
We shall remain on the outside, near the window, where we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen, ready your pistols. We have a long night ahead of us.
I like the new Sherlock.
I do too. Where shall we hide?
This window is locked from the inside. I do not see any attempt at a break-in.
Unless we hide inside.
Stuck for a second there, Holmes.
Yeah, he was.
Mr. Holmes? We need to find a good place for an ambush. Perhaps behind Carey's cabin, near the window.
This looks like the perfect
I
hiding
guess.
place.
I mean, not really, but okay. I mean, that's why you're the great Detective Holmes, and I'm just innocent bystander, I guess.
Yeah, 16 markers for $1.50. It's not bad.
That's pretty good.
Just falls off the bed.
Continue. Let's do this. Let's go. Yes. Right. Hello.
Where's your pistol? You're supposed to have it ready.
Did you hear that?
His face is just in. His face is just in the window. Hi.
Hi there.
He looks like a young boy.
There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him.
I'll be right behind you.
Police! Hold it right there. Mr. Hunt. All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Innocent? And what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey, but we were here waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but
J.H.N.?
I didn't.
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but yes, it's just that I couldn't.
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard. Tomorrow, I'll see that you're put in front of the judge.
What? But you can't. I'm not. It's a terrible mistake.
Enough.
I mean, you were caught breaking and
You can
entering.
explain all of that to the judge. You're coming with me to the yard.
But
In light of recent events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
You are welcome, Inspector. But please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
I have his notebook. See? J.H.N.
These are the suspect's belongings. And partner, 1883. From R. Dawson. To my friend, Dawson. I've seen this name before. Perhaps my archive holds the answer. A handkerchief with the initials J.H.N. The notebook that we found on Peter Carey's cabin floor. These abbreviations mean something, but what? A pocket knife. It was used to force the door of Peter Carey's cabin.
Stop it. Stop it. Your knife.
I'm the questionist, the perpetrator. It's the pup. We caught him red-handed. Time to identify him. Nice. Shabby cap. Patch. Expensive fabric. Elaborate buttons. Short sleeves. Callous scars. Thin neck.
Does this
Thick.
notebook
Thin.
belong to you?
yes, but where did you find it? I did not know. I thought I'd lost it at the hotel.
He's
What do
hard.
these abbreviations mean?
Oh, no, I beg you, I can't. If I told you, it would only make things worse.
But I will find out eventually, Mr. Nelligan. The sea knife was found near Carey's body. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, did Mr. Carey try to defend himself or to attack you with it?
I don't know. I didn't kill anyone.
The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
What are you talking about?
The ring's date of engraving is many years ago. You would have been a child then, hardly in any position to receive such an item from a partner. So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
I don't know what to do. It says the ring is his. But it says Dawson.
It's made for India. Yeah.
Oh.
Friend of birth.
1883.
What about the jacket?
No, Mr. Nelligan. I believe that the ring had belonged to your father.
Oh, but how do you know?
The jacket you are wearing is made of an expensive fabric that only a man of exceptional wealth could afford. You do not seem to me to be a rich man, Mr. Nelligan. Furthermore, the garment is ill-fitting. It is quite clear that it belonged to someone else, most probably your father. With your father gone and taking with him the family's wealth, as a little boy you had to find yourself a manual job, and it was most probably cleaning fish. You cut your hands often while working. I can tell from the scars.
I'm speechless, Mr. Holmes. It all happened exactly as you say.
Well, I will see you soon, young man.
Please, let me go. I am innocent.
I'm gonna go back to my archives. We got Mr. Dawson. Is there anything else I can? Just making sure.
Do you think I have enough bugs?
No, anymore.
Or do you mean I have more in my inventory?
Chemistry. This paper's 1883. Dawson and Neagland investment fraud. The original banking institute based in Cornwall has declared bankruptcy as a result of heavy losses in its loan portfolio and has accordingly been assigned for liquidation. It was the 23rd largest bank in Britain and Britannia, and Britannia. How do you say that word, babe?
Where?
It was the 23rd largest bank in.
That doesn't tell me where.
The top.
Britain.
That's the way to spell Britain.
That's how you spell Britain.
Oh, look at this!
Britain.
And bankruptcy was the second largest on record. The liquidation of the company is pure catastrophic for many Cornwall families. Joshua Neagland, one of the bankers, has since mysteriously disappeared. He was last seen aboard his yacht, preparing for departure to Norway. Neagland is wanted both by the police and his
Here
creditors.
it is. Now I begin to understand that young man's story, but I am still unclear as to what connects him with the murder. It is time to ask him.
Excuse me, gents.
I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes, Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht, just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believe that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress. Interesting. Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
We have the ship's log. How do I check ship logs? Do I go back to my archives? Or do I go to his house? I mean, I'm not quite sure where to go.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. My archive. I can My archive.
Okay, so
I can always consult with
well,
it
I don't
if
come
needed.
here.
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
I don't know what ship log would be. I guess back at Woodsman Lee. Or they could have been in the police station now that I think about it. Huh?
Oh, cute.
1883. That's the one I need. This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn. Log notes for June. Nothing unusual. Log notes for July. Nothing special. Log notes for August. These pages have been torn away. Log... Canadian Pacific Railway, CPR. A torn piece from a bond certificate. I have seen this abbreviation somewhere very recently. There are 3 ways of discovering what happened in August of 1883 aboard the Sea Unicorn. The first 2 of these will require speaking with a dead man. The last would be to locate vital witnesses, the sailors involved in this whale hunt campaign.
Wiggins! Wiggins!
No.
Something new, Watson. I have the list of sailors who were aboard the Sea Unicorn. We shall soon learn what happened to Nelligan's father. I have only to find them. Let us hope they are still working at the harbor.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard...
I doubt it, Watson. And really, I would prefer that all of this remains quiet for now. But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
And who might they be?
The secret police division of Baker Street.
Ah, you mean young Wiggins and his gang?
Yes. Believe me, you'll receive more useful assistance from these little urchins than from a dozen yard detectives. Those children are everywhere. They see and hear everything, and they are cunning. All they lack is organization. I'll summon them.
How will you do that?
There is always a watch beneath our window. I have only to call him.
Toby!
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire.
Somewhere on the island.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, I need you to track down certain people for me. I'll give you a list. You can read, can't you?
Big Oliver from our gang. He can, because his father is the coachman of a famous lawyer.
Fascinating. Here is the list of sailors.
Sailors? Easy. Just got to look where the rum and the red lights are.
Am I playing with Wiggins? Pretty cool.
Sorry to trouble you, Mr. Holmes, but the inspector asks that you come to the station as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'll be there shortly.
I'm going to Scotland Yard in the meantime. Sleepy. Guys, I'm sleepy. And I'm big.
Should be my house for bugs.
Let's go, guys. Wow!
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to see you.
As always, what happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm thinking that this case will be resolved very quickly now.
Interesting. Pray tell.
Well, the constable that I left at Woodman's Lead noticed a suspicious individual prowling around during the night.
Do you have him here?
Yes. He refuses to speak with us, but we'll make him talk.
Let us hope so.
Ah, yes, and one more thing. The constable told me that at the time of his arrest, the fellow was writing a letter.
Do you have it?
Of course. It's in the evidence room, at your disposal. Admit that for once, Mr. Holmes, Scotland Yard is a step ahead of you, eh?
Breathtaking.
He'll never be a step ahead of me. These shoes.
These are the suspect's belongings. Liam Hurtley's old boots. They're a size 9.5. The stains are fresh. They can be removed with the proper chemicals.
Looks like I'm going to the analysis table.
Nothing unusual about it.
I'm gonna go with Lee real quick because I think these boots match. A match.
These boots match the footprints exactly.
I knew it. No. Let me go back to my biggest trick and use my analysis table.
I need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable of removing fresh ink. For this purpose, the chemicals from the flasks should be combined in a certain order to perform a chain reaction. First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
Okay, so blue should be added first. I'm missing 2 others. Probably a blue and a green. There's only 2 others I have. Let's try green. Probably should have used the two blues first, then green. Now orange, orange, clear.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
I did. You said blue. I put in blue. Okay. So all 7 have to be used. Blue. Now what? I'll put in blue again. Blue. Green. Green, orange, orange.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
What the heck?
First condition. Or second, third.
Yeah, I know that.
I need to prepare a chemical agent.
Let's do a blue, an orange. No, it can't be orange. Do a colorless denim. Colorless green.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
So, blue. Blue's first, obviously. So clear goes in after orange. It doesn't mean we can't put a clear in before one of the oranges, as long as we put in clear after orange. Blue. Green. Clear. Orange. Clear. Blue. Orange.
No, something isn't right.
Shit.
I need to start the reaction from the beginning.
At least I
again.
used them all correctly. At least I used all 7 this time. Blue. Green.
Blue.
Blue.
Orange color, orange color. Because the colorist always has to go after orange.
Now orange, right?
Mhm.
Orange clear, orange clear.
Mhm. I got a tradition to this episode.
Done. Now I can proceed further.
That took longer than it should have, guys.
It's very dark in this one.
Let us see if the content of this letter
Nice.
sheds a little light upon the mystery.
Luna.
Shut up, Luna. Luna! Sorry, guys. The dog walks out for some reason.
I did as you asked and hid them well. Interesting. How would Hurtley react to this?
I did as you asked and hid them well, but I beg you to consider. I ain't remember our vows. I've done nothing dishonorable for which you, me. Okay, so I have all the dialogue options, so back to Scotland Yard to interrogate the suspect. We know he was there at the night of the murder because his footprints are in the ground.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
Hey man, you gotta let me out of here.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I would like to ask you a few questions.
I've already told the police that I've nothing to say. And you're not even part of the police.
Yeah.
Precisely. And considering your situation, it might be wise to speak with someone who is, shall we say, rather more neutral. You are a suspect in a murder case.
I know. Inspector Lestrade told me. It's ridiculous.
Is it though?
Could you at least tell me who you are, and exactly what happened that you should be brought here?
My name is Liam Hurtley. That I can tell you. But you're not getting any more than that.
Can I slap him now?
Well, we shall see.
Okay, so got an optical on his head, with cheek, handkerchief with crested in it, crested tilt, plant mane. So he wasn't the gardener. Gardening hands.
Tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what were you doing at Woodman's Lee?
Woodman's Lee? I've never been there.
Oh, that's...
The second pair of boots that you had with you when you were arrested perfectly match the footprints found near the cabin where Peter Carey was murdered.
Footprints? That's your proof? How many men have boots like mine? That doesn't make me a murderer.
So tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what did you hide?
Hide? What are you talking about?
Never mind.
Oh, no! No, I messed up! I was distracted by a woof. Are you playing on mine, babe?
I asked you very to, and you said yeah.
I didn't hear you. I wasn't paying attention to you. But yeah, go ahead. Look at my bugs. Give me the bugs. Let's try this again.
You looked at me.
I didn't know I had mail.
Oh no, this isn't your mail. This is billboard.
I know, there were billboards. But anyway, I forgot to press play, guys, so I do apologize. Yeah, I know, I have a tent.
Please escort this suspect.
I do apologize.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I would like to ask you a few questions.
You want it right here?
I've already told the police that I've nothing to say.
Apple tree.
And you're not even part of the police.
Precisely. And considering your situation, it might be wise to speak with someone who is, shall we say, rather more neutral. You are a suspect in a murder case.
I know. Inspector Lestrade told me. It's ridiculous.
Could you at least tell me who you are, and exactly what happened that you should be brought here?
My name is...
Well...
Let's try this again. Hit scar. Handkerchief. Plant remains. Gardening hands.
Tell me.
Woodman's Lee? I've never been there.
The second pair...
Footprints?
We already saw this last time.
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
Oh, select the correct answer. Oh, I'm sorry.
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven,
thought that was the
would you
correct
care
answer.
to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
Okay, I guess it's not any of those.
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
So it's not the gardener, not well-kept gardener.
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven,
what is the correct answer?
Would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
It's not that one. It's not that. It's not that. It's not that, so it's gotta be Green Agreement.
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
You have to read the notes. This is not on your birthday.
It was set on my birthday, yeah. So none of these are it. None of these are it. I don't have the correct answer for this, apparently.
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
That's not that. Okay. Garden. Boots, mats, others. Well, I don't have the correct answer.
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
Never mind. So tell me, mister.
Hide? What are you talking about?
I did as you asked and hid them well. Should I continue?
My letter? But the ink? That's impossible.
A touch of chemistry, nothing special.
Well, you're a smart one, but it's nothing. If you want to know, I was referring to my tools. It was to do with my work, see?
I will check that, Mr. Hurtley. Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven,
but
would you care to explain?
No, I've only had two. Nothing else matched.
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
None of these work. None of these work.
Because you are the gardener at Woodman's Lee.
I said it the first time. I said no.
I'm not. How did you?
I observed your hands. They told me that you
I said it the first time. I said no.
Small fragments of plants snagged to your trousers indicate that you were mowing very recently. But the most obvious clue presented itself in the bird embroidered on your handkerchief. A crested tit, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, you got me. Yes, I am a gardener, and I went there to get my tools.
That's all for now. Hurtley's stories are false leads, but now I know one thing for certain. I must examine the site where the garden tools are kept at Woodman's Lee.
You know the match.
What things do you have?
But you know the match, babe.
Clues? Okay. I was just saying.
I know, but I called you and I'm a mom.
I wasn't paying attention, remember?
Yeah.
Normally I would, but I was more interested in my...
Back to Woodman Lee's. Call back.
I can't, she's the only one there, has to answer.
Oh, so I guess you were gonna go. I can stop
No,
the stream.
it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. We're just showing quite.
Remember the card
You gotta go. You can just use your thing. Dad's thing.
at night?
Yeah, doesn't your dad's thing work? I pointed this out before, and you said it's fine. I have the thing my dad gave me.
Yeah, but it's night.
That don't mean anything. It was night when she called you too.
I met with the whole the things on the thing. It's dark.
Flashlight. Hey, babe, it's not that hard.
But what if Jason's waiting out there for me? I'll go out there with you.
I'll go out there with you.
You can't find out,
Locked.
Jason.
I can too.
No, you can't.
Hey, you, old bag. Shouldn't have, I do.
Jesus!
I do apologize.
Not even at all.
Is this your husband's tobacco pouch?
No.
I'm not sure. It might be. But he hadn't smoked in a very
No,
long
it's
time.
got his initials on it, so it has to be.
No.
It's.
Anyone's
name
initials
Liam
could be
Hurtley
PC.
mean
My
anything to
sister's initials are PC.
No, I don't know.
Does she smoke? Is she in
Yes, she
Sherlock
smokes.
Holmes?
Maybe.
Does she live in Britain?
Maybe.
Madam, we have information that the valuable stolen papers are hidden amongst the garden tools here at Woodman's Lee. We need to find them.
Oh my. Our tools are kept inside the shed that's right behind me. Here is the key to open it.
No, not really.
Thank you, madam.
But I can. But we still wanted to play it anyway, so.
Let's see what could be hidden here.
Anyone in here? Wooden plank. This one's obscured. Ha ha! I need a key.
Let us see what is in this box.
Oh, rotate lock similar from a complete form a complete line. That was pretty easy. Easier than lockpicking a devil's daughter. Bunch of letters.
A bundle of letters in a woman's hand with the Carey family monogram. Hurtley and Mrs. Carey were in a relationship. That is interesting.
William, my dear, you have been so good to me all the time that I have known you. I cannot describe these feelings, but I suppose they are sinful. No good can come from them. I fear what might happen. I fear going against God. I thank you for your care, but I cannot leave the man whom I have been bound by God in his divine will, and thus my husband is the cross that I must bear. He makes my life a living hell, but proves his fate, and you must not worry for me. Madam, I have some questions. How long have we been streaming, babe? How wrong?
Madam, I am aware of your affinity with Liam Hurtley.
Oh, what are you talking about?
I was in that reaction. Or something.
Here.
Mrs. Carey, we found your letters.
My letters? I asked Liam to return them to me. I wanted to burn them.
Why did Mr. Hurtley put them inside the garden shed?
I don't know. I wanted them back, but I couldn't see him, not after what happened.
What happened?
Well, here they are.
Oh, this is terrible. Terrible. Liam, how could he? After what he has done.
What did Liam do?
You believe that he killed your husband?
No, I do not know. I do not know. Leave me alone, please.
Madam, you have to tell me what happened.
Thank you, madam.
She has to tell me what happened. So that proves that he's not the killer.
I forgot to do this as the conclusion may not be right.
Ah, well, move. Harmless flirting. Well, that doesn't prove he's innocent now. That conflicts with...
The game can take 6 to 10 hours.
this entire game. So it's a little bit shorter than the other one. So he could necessarily not be innocent. What if I say he's innocent right now? That conflicts with this. I don't have enough information right now. Anything else in here? Nope. We go back to Scotland Yard. I find use for this. Canadian Pacific Railway. I gotta find a use for that one thing. Wait, CP. Oh, hold on. No, don't go back. Hold on, let me open my deduction. Let me open my case files. I think it was in his. Think it was in his book. Boom. Where's his notebook? CPR, yeah. Huh? What? Oh. Yeah, CPR. Hutley knows something about him. Hutley? Not Hutley. The other guy.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
I'm not saying another word.
Mr. Holmes?
Wait, CPR. Detective.
How is the investigation going, Mr. Holmes?
Yes, but I need to figure out how to use this notebook. Because it's in his book. CPR. CPR. So he knows something. It's the morgue. I need him for interrogation.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
What? No, I know. Guess I'll go back to Baker Street and see if Wiggins found out anything. Has Wiggins returned?
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect.
You know what? Next time. I'm looking stream here. It has frustrated me to no end. Like, comment, subscribe. Next time we'll be streaming this again. Maybe something else different on Keys channel, who knows? We'll see how things go. Until then, guys, thank you for watching, and I will